I see the thing in. Yeah.
I'll just wait for everything to sort itself out with F3.
It's a bit chaotic in the server.
Okay. I think we are live. So hello and welcome. Hello to a stream which sadly obviously has a bit of a different title, but just to introduce the qualifying format, we're obviously gonna hold a 1 minute silence for Mads, who joined and raced in FRL for about 3 years, commentated, was admin, as well as drove, and we'll be holding a minute silence. The drivers can now start to ready up, so I'll just tell them in a Discord so we can begin to get the quali underway. But once again, there'll be a minute silence for Mads, who sadly we found out passed away today. So obviously massive, we're very sad for his family, and I'm sure me and myself definitely, me and Parrot are very sad for Mads, and Parrot, obviously Mads will be missed, but he will be remembered as such a nice guy, and also really loved FRL so much. So yeah, it's going to be very sad, isn't it, this race? But we will remember him.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah. Obviously it's going to be overshadowed, but we also do want a good race as well in remembrance of him. Hopefully the drivers keep the standards high, but either way, we've also got Brookie in F3 Racing, the founder, or I think the owner of the FRL Discord, so it's going to be great to see him racing once again, because obviously with the whole Mads thing, we've allowed him to race, and Bullboy is obviously as usual racing, so hopefully we have a really good race in both tiers in memory of Mads. And as I said, there will be a minute silence at the start, so hopefully F3 goes well. It looks like F3 has gone live, so it looks like F3 is working quite nicely. And just as we load in, hopefully no drivers go out on track. All the drivers have been unformed, but you always get one or two. But as we load in, just wait for the graphics to come up, and then obviously
I'm
the 1 minute
already in.
silence will work. Okay, well, we will start the 1 minute silence now, and we'll see. This is the memory of Mads. And that's the time is up. I'm not sure if anyone.
There were 2 drivers or something who go early.
A little bit early, yeah. So that's a bit of a shame, but anyway, we are here to race for Mads for USA, a track which is going to hopefully throw up a few spoils. Or see.
Oh wait, maybe they have other time. So yeah, maybe that can be it. Because Bounty was loading really long.
Yeah. Mine might have been a little bit glitched, maybe. I think that's what you're trying to say, but obviously we will. USA is going to be a track where I'm sure Mads would have liked to race. Just a bit more about him. I think Mads scored 3 podiums this season. Obviously commentated for F3, so he will be missed not only on the track but also off it in many kinds of ways. I think the F2C, I'm pretty sure, will be left open for the rest of the season. So that's obviously going to be a nice touch for this season 7 of F2, which you can also catch tomorrow, which is also going to be exactly the same themes with the We Race for Mads hashtag. But Parrot, on the bright side, as I think Resolute Rally was just serving as qualifying ban, have you got any kind of... Obviously, you're not going to be too interested, super, as weird as it sounds, for the commentating, as obviously this is for a different purpose with Mads, but I'm sure you're hoping for some good racing as well to kind of brighten the mood.
Yeah, I hope so. Nothing to say, no, not a lot of to say or something.
Yeah.
Let's see what the tire strategies are in the qualifying.
Yeah, Yuri, or sorry, your idea, Yuri being another reserve, he's I think the first one to start his lap, as he's coming into turn 1, a very nasty corner, very easy to lock up, but many of the drivers are obviously in F4 using ABS, which makes it a lot easier. This curve can really catch you out if you, it really does like to unsettle the car, but your idea, having a very nice set of corners and managing to keep it clean and not invalidate, goes a little bit wide, but his first sector is 25.2. That's very fast. It's a little bit staggered, but he does invalidate. But your idea looking already quite fast, as I see there's an Alpine. I think that's Lewis's teammate.
Outlet. The first one is Imposter in Alfa Romeo. He's now P5.
And he's 2/10 slower than your idea, but obviously your Imposter is on mediums. It's coming through quite nicely, and the Alfa Romeo looks to be on quite a clean lap. I'm not sure whether anyone else is pushing on a softer tyres, but I think a lot of drivers have chosen to go into the mediums. A strategy.
Yeah, they're 1.1 seconds slower than softs, so I think a lot of drivers go to the softs, and people not starting in top 10, they go on the medium tyres.
Just seen there, 22 viewers, which is nice to see everyone coming together. As I think it might have been NSX on Twitter who were kind of starting the whole Mads thing. It's hard to explain. I didn't look into it in much detail, but it's nice to see the league racing community, as I think James said, as he's also part of FRL for a while, and he knows Mads well, that the whole league racing community coming together. Because very sad news, unexpected as well, but and I think I'm not sure whether Mads' mum's going to be watching this. I hope she is, as Imposter sets at 33.7, but I'm sure she'll be very proud as Andy improves. Very proud of obviously all the drivers respecting the 1 minute silence, we think, and obviously just everyone really coming together to appreciate Mads and his just the unfortunate event, obviously. But as I said, that Yuri, who is actually racing, I didn't realise, there's two yours in the Mercedes, is doing quite well, and he's on provisional pole, Parrot.
Yeah, 132.9 is not that bad. He's 7 tenths up to P2, so... Yeah,
a lot of people invalidating.
Just 5 drivers set our times, so... Yeah. His
USA,
teammate, your IB, is now going to sector 3, maybe you can catch him.
He
used ABS off, so...
Oh, does he? Oh, well, he did a very fast, I think, middle sector, unless I think 103.3 is pretty fast. It's coming through the second to last corner, he gets very much out of shape. That second to last corner is really nasty on the rear right tyre. He's going to come round the last corner, and the Mercedes is going to put it into P4, so a little bit off his teammate. I thought it'd be a little bit faster, but still, it is the Mercedes of Yuri out on top. I didn't even think there was a space for him, but I guess the reserve situation sorted itself out, and we do have a full grid in both tiers, which is nice to see. Got 26 viewers now and quite a few comments, so as we go on board with VIP Future Gamer, just have a quick look through any of those. Apparently Resolute Rally went out too early.
Last corner, what can you do? Oh, yeah, was slow in the last corner, goes second, 4 tenths behind P1.
Yeah, just seeing Pippo as well, but yeah. As VIP gets very much out of shape and he's a bit all over the place. As the Rise is only a little bit off Yuri, but nice to see all the comments come through from Arise. Oh, not Arise, sorry, Unseen and Bullboy and those alike. As VIP puts into PA, which isn't very competitive, but it'd be actually quite nice to see a Mercedes win, or see the team Mercedes Mads chose. But obviously, famously, he's been in Haas quite a bit as well. So you've got two teams, if you like, to watch out in F3 and F4 and F2 and F1 tomorrow to hopefully have at least one of them win. But either way, it's all going to be in good spirit as Arise is coming down a second straight. Arise, one of the faster drives in F4. And Parrot, since you've been around watching when we've both been commentating together, Arise has been very fast, hasn't he? He's always in Imola. I'm not sure whether you were there, but he got spun out. So Arise sometimes has some very good luck and he wins a race quite easily. But he's surely going to be a man standing on that podium. And he's 2 tenths up.
Yeah, I think he can get a podium. He's one of the fastest drivers in F4, but yeah, you need to get no penalties in a race and no mistakes. And if you do, yeah, you have nothing for your qualifying pace.
Yeah, and coming through the last corner, Yuri improves, and this is his debut in a Mercedes, so that's going to be quite impressive. As Arise improves slightly, and as you can see, he's 1.5 tenths off Arise, off Yuri.
Yeah.
Seeing if any other drivers are on a lot. I know Lewis practiced a lot.
He's
invalid, and yeah,
the first one who crossed the line.
Yeah, first one who's going to cross the line, but he's pitted. But those mediums maybe not working too good for him. It doesn't. It looks like he hasn't got damage, but
yeah, it's not the best tire on this track. The shots are a lot faster. So.
I thought Yuri was pushing now, but I don't think anyone's on a flying lap because loads of people haven't validated.
Imposter, maybe we can watch to Imposter. He's on P5 on the mediums, and
he's now going soft.
True,
yeah,
the mediums are 1.1 seconds slower, and if he improves that much, he goes fastest of everyone.
Yeah, and just checking F3 out. F3 as well is running all smoothly, which is very nice. It's actually in Spanish, as I think the commentator David showed. It's from Peru, if I'm not mistaken, so that's quite interesting if you're wondering why F3 the graphics are in Spanish. But as you said, we'll go on board with Imposter, and looks like he's had a fairly clean turn 1, coming into turn 3, 4 and 5. And then this is very much really testing your car and how stable it is, as it's not obviously flat out completely. He's up by 2 tenths, 25.1. That seems to me very fast. I mean, I know the times I was doing in practice were around that, and I'm F2 of course, myself and Parrot. So Imposter, definitely not too slow in Sector 1. Parrot, do you think this is going to be pole, possibly?
If he makes lap good, it can be ball, but he needs to do Sector 3, and that's a difficult sector of this track. So
yeah,
let's see what he can do in Sector 2. 7 tenths. So
yeah. All he has to do, it's just 3 tenths now. We need to find his about 3 tenths, and he should knock Yuri off pole.
In this corner, you need to have the closest line to the right, then you win a lot of time.
And it's looking a fairly clean sector. I'm not sure whether Imposter's pushing the boundaries, but for Alfa Romeo, I know for the constructors they want to do well, and he's on pole! And it's the 32.5 for Imposter, very impressive, and Yuri in the Mercedes is 2 tenths off. Cryptic's 4 tenths faster, but he is in P12. But we will keep an eye out on Cryptic. I think he's the only other driver is Energy, who's invalidated. So yeah, Cryptic is the only one, and he's 3 tenths up. But Imposter at the moment, setting the pace. I would have thought these F4 drives would have been a little bit faster, to be honest. But yeah, fingers crossed. Cryptic for himself will be wanting to get in a very good second sector and try and throw the kitchen sink at the third sector and maybe throw himself up the grid. But at the moment, he's 3 tenths up. Gonna keep him in P12 at the moment. There's still a lot of drivers are in the pits and doing out laps, so not many are pushing.
Oh, Sepp.
Sepp, I think, is started that lap, hasn't he?
Yeah, he invalidated it. He cuts the corner, but it wasn't invalid. But after that again, it was invalid.
Yeah.
Boy, Bas Dylan.
Well, and we'll see what.
FRL Hennep, mate. FRL Hennep in the chat.
Is that Ben Dylan?
That's FRL Hennep, aka Beans.
Ah, okay. Kretu, by the way, he goes 5 tenths faster, as I think he was saying. Sepp's invalidated. VIP, he's one of the faster ones in F4. You'd expect him to be a lot further up on the grid in a Williams, but definitely not one of the slower ones. Looking around, ties, he's just starting his lap. Your idea is not improving. Pippo, the teammate, obviously, of VIP GG Gamer, doesn't look to be going into the 3rd sector, so we'll go on board with VIP, which looks the furthest driver on. I think that's maybe Humanoid ahead of him, who's doing a lock-up, as I think he's I think the only driver on no assists as VIP is somewhat catching up to him, as I think that's Humanoid.
Humanoid in a lap? Oh no, he's
no, he's on an outlap, but I don't think he realises VIP, one of the fastest drivers on the grid, is on a lap, so he does pit as well. So it's a bit confusing, but VIP's nonetheless, he's going to finish this lap. And it's very close to pole with all that dirty air. So it's a little bit of a surprise. Pippo absolutely misses the 2nd to last corner by a mile. And he's going to back off. Oh, Stevens improving by 3 seconds. But I think he's... somewhat cutting the corners. I'm not sure. It didn't. I'm not sure whether he's trying to, because it looked like he was a little bit out of control there. But either way, ties. He's also on a lap.
Wait, I'm saying something what Bas is asking in Dutch. On the end of the month, I'm joining FRL again, and then I have a PS5. Yeah, he gives his PS4 to his family or something. So that's why he's not waiting. And he's asking what is happening with Mads. Maybe you can explain that, because your English is a bit better. Yeah,
just as we go on board with ties, Mads obviously, as I said at the start of the stream, very sadly we were informed by, I think it was Scar, his mum contacted Scar, and sadly we heard Mads had, he sadly passed away from what we know, and yeah, it's very sad news, and that's why, of course, F4, 3, 2 and 1 I've all got the We Race for Mads hashtag for these races. And I mean, hopefully, I'm sure Mads is looking on hopefully at this race, as loads of people are repping tribute helmets or numbers or little logos.
Let's watch how many people have other numbers. Maybe
I think
fun. But,
number 26, I think it is.
No, a lot of drivers got 90 because that's his favorite race number, because his birthday is on 19 November. I don't know how you call it.
Yeah.
Or 26 his age. So,
yeah. So keep an eye out for a lot of the tributes. That's Zook there, obviously number 26 he's got. I'm not sure. I think he's pushing, but he's at the moment P6, which is pretty good for Alfa Romeo having a 1.6, just like Williams as usual performing very well with a 2.5. But I'm sure he's going to be wanting to do a lot better than what he currently is. As he's going to finish his lap.
You made a mistake in that corner before, so it's not improving.
A bit confused why he finished that lap off. It was a bit confusing, but either way, I don't know how much time we have left in this. Oh, we have 1 minute 40.
Oh, what? So fast? What?
Do you have the same? Oh my, Yuri improves by 3/10. Just caught the end of that, and now it's a Mercedes on pole. The car which obviously Mads used for this season.
Seconds, so
55. So I think we got the same. So it's nice to see Yuri, a Mercedes, on pole. Oh, it's a little bit off, but I thought it'd be a bigger gap. But Sepp as well, he's starting his lap. Lewis is starting his lap. There's a lot of people, Parrot. When you've got 20 drivers all bustling for space on the track, it's quite tough to find space, isn't it?
Yeah, and Post is improving 60,000 of a second, so maybe he can catch his ball again, or snatch his ball again back.
He only needs 60,000 or 54,000 to be precise. Andy's retired in the pits, but at the moment we've got 14 drivers setting lap times, and there are 17 drivers, 16 drivers who are left out on track. Some of them are in the pits, so obviously some drivers won't be improving, the likes of Humanoid, Anchor and Caser. Some might not even make it to the flag for their outlap, but either way, Imposter among one is improving by 81,000, and it looks like he might snatch pole away from the Mercedes, and we will have to see. At the moment, 32.4. I would have thought the times would be a bit faster, but maybe people haven't done much practice online because they might be caught a bit off guard with the tyre temps, which can definitely be very high around here. Arise I've just seen, he's only a 10th off pole, but Imposter, round the last corner, is it going to be provisional pole or pole altogether? It is! And now it's a 32.4. What's a lap from Imposter? And it is now the Alfa Romeo on pole. Yuri, he's lost his front wing, he's not improving. Arise is improving by 2/10, so this qualifying session is about to heat up a whole bunch, as I think there's an Alpine going slowly in 13th, at least Lewis set a lap, so that's very good for him, but still only P13. I think there's Yuri who's not improving, but it is Arise who is going to come through the second sector.
That's improving, but what's Energy doing ahead of Steven? I don't know.
Looks a little bit chaotic at that corner. I think there was 3 cars going in at the same time, and it looks like Energy might have just gone straight on. But Arise, he's looking for pole here, and this would be absolutely clutching it up, as the clock's timed out about a minute ago. So he's timed this lap to absolute perfection with the obviously the track improving over time, and Arise around the last corner. Is it going to be pole? And it isn't. It isn't, and that's a surprise, because the man who usually has the pace all the time in F4 has not taken provisional pole or pole altogether. VIP's coming around the second to last corner, and now the last corner. The Williams, they've always been on pole at least one in every 3 tracks. Can he do it again? VIP, he can. It's a 32.3. What a lap from VIP. And now I think that's up because your idea is not on a lap, and it is VIP who gets the last laugh. And in the race, we race for Mads for F4 Season 1. VIP takes pole. As usual, VIP manages to absolutely set the world alight with his lap. If you remember Parrot in Japan, he set a blistering lap, and once again, he's on pole. Oh, as of course, another thing is another tribute is a lot of the drivers are obviously repping the Danish flag, which is obviously where Mads is from. So it is. Yeah.
It looks nice.
It looks nice with everyone using it, of course. But it is VIP GJ Gamer on top by only a 10th. They're quite close, very close between the top 4. Imposter in second, Arise in third, Yuri in Yuri in fourth. And Yuri, I need to make sure I don't get muddled up by. Pippa in 5th. Oh, Steven doing Mads a disservice, obviously. I mean, not a disservice. Doing him very proud, I'm sure. He's in 6th. And that's one of his best qualifyings, as the 2 French-speaking drivers are both going to be on the last row of the grid. Very spicy qualifying. I think we had about 4-5 poles consecutively being set there throughout the whole session, and hopefully the race lives up to it. Parrot, how do you think overtaking will be around this track? Because you've got 2 DRS zones and they're both pretty large, so do you think we're going to be seeing a lot of overtakes and dive bombs and all the exciting stuff?
I think dive bombs, yes. Overtakes, I think not a lot of overtakes, because dirty air. Just saying, F3 leather boogie is on P10.
Yeah, and you got Bullboy just next to him, as Charlie is at the moment on pole. Is Hawk and David Child commentating for that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like his accent. I don't know if Hulk is there, but
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but it's nice at least F3 having stream all up and running as usual. But and hopefully we have no glitches. But if we did, it'd be pretty usual as Mads isn't too pleased with glitches, so hopefully we don't. But it is Kevin Cater already picking up disqualification.
Only driver, how?
Lovely shot there of all the cars and all the dust being picked up.
This is not gonna rain today.
I hope it doesn't, because 20 drivers, it'd be nice to have all of them finish. I don't think all of them will. I think there'll be a lot of safety cars and crashes.
Is difficult, mate. So
turn 1 exit though is one corner I know for sure.
Oh yeah, you can spawn out in your tires off them.
But there's all the drivers, all the different liveries. You can see it. Some of them being disqualified, of course.
2 drivers. And the championship leader face the championship protector. P1 and
of course,
P20.
yes. I should have. This is what happens. I was a bit unprepared because obviously all the chaos with F3 and F4. That's a good reminder. I do need to get up.
Oh, we didn't do qualifying predictions. Oh
well, I'll do my race predictions as. I think it's only right. First. It's only you go first then. You go first.
Okay, James draft P1. As always. P2 Arise, P3 Vic GTA Gamer.
For the culture and the occasion, I'll say Stephen P1.
I hope, yeah.
I hope as well. It'd be very nice to see him on top spot. It'd be crazy to see him on top spot. Evil Zook P2. I know he's putting a lot of practice, and I'll say VIP in P3. But we will await the start. It is VIP GTA Gamer. Also leads the championship by 17 points over Demoniac. Demoniac, obviously, you can see there, it's absolutely chaos at the back of the field. Cars all over the place. But we got 20 drivers for the first time in a while, which is a bit surprising for F4, as it usually has some of the best attendance in FRL. Last time we came here in F4, I think we had 10 drivers. Famously, James Head and Bullboy commentated, and that was USA GHR, which is still on the FRL channel if you want to look it up. I was there, in fact, but that was a while ago. This is new. This is FRL in memory of Mads. Hopefully we get a great race. We'll wait for the 5 red lights to go out, and then hopefully we get an absolutely spectacular race on our hands. All the drivers just loading in, and it is 4 red lights, 5 red lights, they rev their engines, and it's lights out and away we go, and the Mercedes has got a brilliant start, and Yuri, he's already on the inside. Is he going to send it on both of them? You bet he is, and he isn't going to be able to pull it off. The Alpha and Mario maintains P2, and it is still VIP out on top. It's absolute carnage towards him behind. There's dust being picked up everywhere, and there's cars all over the place. It's like dirt rally kart racing, as I see Evil Zook there. He's trying to maintain position. There's also Lewis, who's always very good at making positions, as he's surely picked up a warning there. There's a Red Bull fighting him behind. It's absolute chaos, but it's very nice racing. Andy, I think, has damage, that's for sure. But the drivers, Yuri, I think, has got damage as well. Jim Travis behind him, but it's all kicking off. It's an impressive race. It's chaotic, as I'm sure Mads would have enjoyed. But Imposter, 2 tenths ahead of VIP. Is VIP going to go for this? He's using all the overtake. Is it going to be round the outside? It switches to the inside. It's a brilliant move, and he's pulled it off. And just as we were saying about... Oh no, Imposter's going to go all the way around the outside again. And speaking of dive bombs, Parrot, we just saw one there.
Yeah, it was a good overtake, but Imposter did a switch back and got him again back. So maybe 50 gamers gonna try again on lap 2, turn 1 maybe.
It looks like VIP's a little bit faster in the race, as the 2 Alpha Tower is quite satisfying there. They're in 7th and 8th. Steven is in 6th, so keep an eye out for him, as obviously we do want him to do well. as Mazarasi and him are very close. It'd be nice to see him on the podium. Yuri, he's picking up all the overtake. Is he going to go round the outside of VIP? He's going to give it a go, but he's just not late enough on the brakes. But already, so many overtakes, so close to racing. This is this could be one of the best races. As you can see there, that rally just ahead of him is vibrating a little bit.
Yeah.
But this Parrot, the grid is so close, and we got so many drivers. Everyone's still in the race. As though Steven, I think, has he got damage? Ooh,
No,
he might.
hasn't.
No, he hasn't. But he doesn't have much pace. That's the problem. But either way,
9 times now. Sorry.
as Imposter, as you said, he's got some pace, and we saw in Singapore. He's very fast, and he fought VIP there, and they both crashed. So these two have a bit of a history, the top two. VIP, obviously driving for FRL, he's going to be wanting to do them a good service. 6/10 is the gap. It looks like VIP is quite fast down the straights compared to Imposter.
Yeah.
But either way, we've got a massive train, all the way, Parrot, from Imposter down to well, not really Humanoids, but as his teammate, Resolute Rally, is lagging, as you said, all over the place. The two number 2 drivers, you don't see that very often, 2 drivers of the same number.
God.
They're going side by side. Cryptic makes a dive bomb on Lewis, and he gets all kinds out of position. Resolute Rally goes straight through him, but Lewis contains... He gets a penalty. Listen, Brownie gets a penalty as well, so quite a few penalties flooding through. But the racing, Resolute Rally's connection isn't as good as it has been of recently, but the racing seems to be fairly decent. As I think a lot of drivers are behind Jimstra further behind. Just looking...
The OS enabled this lap, so GTA game is maybe gonna go for a move on the back straight.
Oh, Jimstrav, Kevin Kaser, Energy, and Evil Zook and Demoniac all fighting for P13. It's great racing. Demoniac goes off a little bit, so that's not ideal for him. But as I said, there's so many battles so close. This feels like a proper open lobby. Yeah. But Parrot, can you see any overtakes being made? Maybe with a VIP?
Maybe Yuri here on the back straight on Flip GTA game. He's a lot of closer than Flip GTA game than on Imposter. But Flip GTA game straight and speed is really good.
He's got less CRS though. Yuri's actually got more ERS because I think Imposter was pushing, and hopefully that's not a safety car, but you could probably bet your buck it is, and it's a VSC. Hopefully no one collides under the VSC, as it's the most painful thing to watch. But there is...
Lewis crashed him out, I see on the stream. Okay.
Ooh. Well, that's not great for Lewis, as they were pretty close.
Ooh.
But it is only a VSC, not a full safety car. Just checking in on this is good time to check in on F3. Charlie's leading Bullboys up to P7. JB and other drivers, he's obviously historically... been in FRL a while, as there's a lot of lag on Bulow's car.
I think this is a way to enter qualifying for Lewis. It's legit on the straight. He's crashing Shep out. Lol.
But
maybe I can share it on Discord and you can see it.
But for now, at least, it is still Imposter, who I will check the standings. I don't think he only has 11 points to his name, but he's winning the US race, obviously racing format. Sadly, we got our retirements, but either way, it is Imposter out on top. Obviously, VSC, this one taking a little bit longer than you would have hoped for.
Then you can see.
I'll quickly check the incident, obviously, between Lewis and Sepp, I think it was. But
VSC ending.
VSC ending, and VIP GTA Gamer is going to be very close. He's very close onto the back of, as just looking with Sepp and Lewis. Ooh, that was a little bit dirty, as they took them, I think Lewis took set down
go for a move
in this straight.
Outside.
As he's VIP, he's gonna try and pull it off. What's the move? I wasn't expecting him to pull it off all the way around the outside. What's the move from VIP? He has got a penalty though to his name. I didn't really realise that before. As now Imposter's trying to go down the inside. The top three are fighting tooth and nail for every single podium position. Oh, Steven might have a really good race when you consider the penalties which are going to come into play. Energy and Kavinkasa, they're going side by side. It's absolutely brilliant racing from P9 especially downwards to P15 as Arise picks up a penalty. That's a bit of a surprise. But a lot of penalties, Parrot. If you don't get a penalty like O'Stephen and there's a late safety car, you could definitely be on a podium, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's no penalty is key. So and in every league, I don't know how, there are safety cars in the last lap. So if you don't get penalties, you will finish really high. But yeah,
we will see. Yeah,
first you need to get no penalties.
I know Stephen is usually very good at that. Was he highlighting Stephen? D-Monic, his teammate, is P13 behind his French-speaking friend Energy, who obviously got into the league.
He's gonna fight back on the back straight down.
I just saw that. The gap's very close between the whole top three. Yuri could be in amongst this. He's got a very poor exit though. Imposter. Is he going to be inside or outside against VIP? Is he going to pull alongside at all? He enables the overtake. It's going to be a late send. It is down the inside of VIP GJ Gamer. Can he make it stick?
Back.
No, he can't. And VIP is going to try and go round the outside. This time,
inside now. Yeah.
Can he make it stick again? He's now going to try and get the inside. Yeah. He sends it. Oh, this is like Brendan Lee in esports. Or Yano Otmir, I've forgotten which. But VIP.
Oh my god.
It's a brilliant battle once again. VIP loves a good battle. They're going to go side by side the whole way round. And VIP, what a move. Absolutely fantastic, dazzling move. Imposter, he's still going to fight. This is down the inside of the last corner. Fantastic racing on this very sad occasion. But VIP, nonetheless,
and
he's not going to get the...
without DRS.
Yuri's going to get him.
Oh
no, he isn't.
Not a bit. But now Arise is coming to the top 3 because of the battle.
Look how close Yuri and then VIP are. You can't make a move through the S's though. It's impossible. But brilliant racing between the top 3. As I think that was Evil Zoot making a move on Cryptic. Both drivers having no penalties. That'll both help them. As there's still a train all the way down to the McLaren of P15. So it's nice to see all the drivers being split by not so much.
Yeah.
As Yuri looks dangerous with all that battery, doesn't he?
Yeah, 17%. So.
Oh, we might pick some
penalty. See the tire strategy, or you go for a 1-stop or 2-stopper. 1-stopper, they stop around lap 8. So
yeah, as it's going to get very close between the top 3. Once again, it's round 2. Imposter once again sends it down the inside. This time VIP once again is trying to get the inside. Can he make it stick this time? They make a bit of contact. VIP now is going to once again, I think, try and switch it to the inside. No, he picks the outside and he's going to prioritise the exit here. VIP, how's he done that? He's got an absolutely brilliant exit. Now they're going once again, side by side, round a long right-hander. VIP picks up absolutely enormous amounts of understeer. And Yuri, Parrot, he's managing to keep his nose clean and also pick up no penalties. So, do you think he might come out on top towards the end of this race?
Maybe there's a long ways to go, and our race now, yeah.
Oh, he's going to try and go around the outside, Yuri. The Mercedes, the car as he managed to drove, he's going to try and draw clear of VIP, but he's not going to be able to. And down into turn 2, it is still the Mercedes in P3. He's getting so close in the S section. It is, he actually has to lift off, it's that close. But either way, it's a brilliant race at the moment. Brilliant.
It's a friend from Leo, I think, because he supports him in the chat.
And I see a lot of people tuning in as well. 19 people in total. A lot of drivers are just seeing Evil Zook there on the back of Kavinkasa, on the back of Cryptic. But once again, we're going to highlight this battle because it's going to be now round 3. Can Imposter's now made the move? Can VIP fight back a lap later? He's got a decent exit, but with his level of ERS, I don't think he's going to get close.
So.
Yuri, he's got so much more battery. Wow, has he got wing damage? No, he doesn't.
No.
He broke so late.
Yeah.
Either way, championship leader in P2. Imposter, the man on 11 points, is in P1. Oh, Stephen, I've just seen he's in P9. I don't think he has the best of pace, sadly, for himself. But either way, obviously, he is trying his best to try and salvage some decent points for Ferrari, who are only P9 and 10, but with the penalties, that could be improved, especially as Parrot said, if there's a late safety car. VIP GT Gamer once again trying to overtake Imposter.
He's making a two-stopper, I think.
VIP round the outside of Imposter. Can he send it all the way just like we saw Alonso and Kimi do? Oh no, he gets spun round! And Yuri! Yuri, has he got damage? Yuri doesn't have damage, but I'm not sure whether he got spun round. I might have said the wrong words, but I think he spun himself round. But he doesn't have damage, VIP.
No, Fitchy was around the outside, but he was in his bar sport.
Yeah, it's a little mistake from VIP or Imposter in terms of driving standards, but Imposter's now got a 3-second gap. Can they close it down, Parrot? No damage for any of them. Do you think Yuri and VIP will be able to catch him up?
I don't know. DRS is, yeah, you need DRS to stay behind someone here.
Keep an eye out on Arise, by the way. He's made a pit stop into P14. I was wondering where he is. He's got a penalty, and that's why I think he's pitted early. So
go for a two-stopper. I say two-stopper goes around lap 8, and then the last 8 or 6 laps go again on new softs.
As we see there, Demoniac wrapping a black helmet for Mads. A nice tribute, like a lot of the drivers in this tier. Oh, Stephen O P9. He would have hoped the top 2 got damaged, put him into P7. That would have been very good from him. But Parrot, the top 3 are now starting to kind of
Yuri's going for
spread out a little bit. As Yuri's pitting for an undercut, and we know that undercut's very powerful here because RC it's
002
as tires RC
energy to pitting
wear out a bit. As now Resolute rallies in P3 with all the pit stops. I think Steven's going to stay out and hope for a safety car like he usually does, I'm sure. Imposter.
Or go for a one stop.
Yeah, but I think some of these drivers are going for a 2-stop. A soft medium should be possible, so if you pit for hard like I think Energy's done, I don't think that's the best decision. But either way, Imposter's out on top, Parrot. If you were Imposter, would you stay out? Or would you pit him as if you're Imposter to cover the undercut?
I don't know.
It's a tough decision, but
yeah, because if I'm in the car, I think different than now. I think, but yeah, my strategy would be always on this track, soft, medium, soft. So
yeah,
maybe Imposter's going to do that.
F3's already down to 15 drivers. They've got Bullboy, who hasn't pitted yet, but I think he's going to move up to a... No, he is going to pit as well. But Bullboy at the moment, he's in P2 in that race, so that's nice. Or P4, sorry, in that race, which is nice to see. Little Brookie in P11. So many people were so close to Mads, so it's hard to highlight them all. Obviously,
Humanoid goes right.
As Humanoid, as you said, in P17. He's under pressure from Your Idea. See if he can make the move on Humanoid.
Already 50 game in the pits.
Oh, Humanoid's got damage. Okay, that's why it makes a bit more sense. As Andy is already...
light damage.
As I think Andy has... He's just bringing up the rear of the field, but he has pitted. So Humanoid is yet to pit, and obviously he's going to probably
makes the undercut. Or yeah, on 50 gamer.
And that's a big undercut, and we know how big the undercut is. And look at that. Parrot, look how many people have pitted for softs, because that means some people are going to commit to a 2-stop.
Yeah, they go soft, soft, medium. You can go soft, hard, soft, medium, soft, 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 medium, soft, soft. So,
it does go on a bit. You can
a lot of strategies on this track.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategies, as you said, because the tyres. The undercut is so powerful. But Parrot, there's a massive train on the back of O'Steven. He's holding everyone up, and I think he's going to get gobbled up here. So Kevin Kaiser past him, Arise past him, Yuri is not going to get past him, but it's almost going to be 3 wide into the hairpin, which is, I'm going to have to look at my track map, turn 12, turning into turn 13 here. Kevin Kaiser going to leave the space. Kevin Kaiser going to try and make a clean move. Hard racing. Good racing.
And he's pitting now. So let's see if the undercut works for the other drives. I think not, because they gave us 6 seconds.
Tyres pits, Demoniac stays out. So the 2 Ferraris I think are going to stay out. Oh no, a lot of drivers are staying out. And Parrot arises on the fresher mediums. Is he going to come out ahead of Imposter? This is going to be very close. He actually does, and look, it's almost 3 wide into turn 1. Oh, they're going to actually take out the barge, or the little...
3 right there for 1 second.
As, once again, side by side, Imposter, all these drivers are pitted, I've just realised, apart from Steven and obviously Kevin Kaser. So this is brilliant for Rise, isn't it? Who did a massive undercut.
Yeah, he just won 6 or something. 7 seconds maybe.
And Yuri is now going to surely make a move on Kevin Kaser any minute now. As it's a brilliant race, absolutely brilliant. All the different strategies, all the battles. And the main battle, obviously, we are watching right now. This goes from all the way from P4 to P10. And now Yuri makes the move on Kevin Kaser. And now he's going to go chasing after Arise as Kevin Kaser dummy to move. And look at that, Imposter. What a move on Kevin Kaser. Kevin Kaser dummy to move. And Imposter sent it on him. He sensed an opportunity. Kevin Kaser got caught. Lacking quite simply, as Pippa is now going to get a move on Kevin Kaser. So Kevin Kaser really does have to pit soon, otherwise he's just going to be left out for dead on those old soft tyres, which are going to be really so much slower.
So Steven can't pit, I think, now for the
Arise penalty.
Steven was in the wall, maybe I got a little bit damage. Yeah, he's pitting.
Does he have damage? I don't think he does. On his front wing.
Or it was his... Oh, he's going slow, maybe for the double stack.
Yeah, double stacking isn't too bad.
Out of corner there, in the fast right-hander.
Just checking up on F3 again, Matey Boy leads us, there's a safety car there.
New front wing of Steven.
So, Parrot, just to recap, it is Jimstrav out on top because he is on the mediums. Arise has already pitted.
Softs, maybe.
But he's if a safety car comes out now, maybe he's going to have to straight away go on to softs. Either way, Yuri's actually going to make a move before the second DRS zone. It doesn't look like Arise is that fast as we would have thought, because he's already been caught up by Imposter and Yuri, who are on 3-lap and 4-lap fresher tyres. Then Arise, and now Imposter, he's going to try and go down the inside of Arise. They make a bit of contact. It's great racing. Oh my goodness, they get close.
So close.
It's brilliant racing from all of them. But look at Yuri. Yuri on the 2-stop, Parrot. Do you think he's going to be able to pull that off? It's going to be obviously very fast doing 2 pit stops. But if Imposter can hang on to him, it's not as good because Imposter's on a 1-stop.
Yeah. No, I think, maybe. Yeah, 60 laps, you can do that, but maybe he's going 10 laps on me then sauce. Maybe a 1-stop.
Yeah, as we still got 19 drivers, which is great to see. Pretty much everyone in touching distance apart from poor Humanoid in P19, so he's a little bit lonely there. But either way, the top, once again, we're going to watch the top guys battle it out. It seems as though the scrap for P1 is always ongoing. Sorry, what did you say?
Position changes.
Yeah, sorry. I think it'd be, if I had to guess, Pippo maybe, is a prediction. Oh, of course it's Jimstrav, but ignoring Jimstrav, Demoniac makes a lot. Resolute Rally and Yuri, I think Yuri's the main one from P3.
Oh, someone spawned. Who's there?
Look at that, Yuri trying to make a move on Jimstrav, so close.
Out of turn 1.
And now Yuri's going to try and make the move on Jimstrav, as I'm going to try and get the graphic up again, and it is up. 2 moves again. Once again, as I like to say, Jimstrav actually get his pants pulled down here, and he loses 2.
The crash anyway got 100 damage.
And that's going to be his race over. And now look at this in the background, Pippo and Arise, they're going side by side. This is personal, this battle, as these two are going right at it for the driver's standings, and VIP in the background. So, as VIP dives it down, Arise Oh, this is all kicking off the two Williams drivers. They've got to be careful and make sure they work together as VIP cuts off a rise. But my goodness me, this race is spicing up. And now Yuri Parrot. Yuri's pulling away, isn't he?
Yeah. It's a good strategy if he can drive away of the one. Oh wait, Imposter was the one stopper, but he got damaged now.
Oh, just seen.
Interesting to see.
Just seen Unseen's comment Parrot in the comments. If you've seen, it's very nice to see. So I'm pleased that hopefully we've done our job with keeping everything respectful towards Mads, and hopefully F3 has been as well, as I'm sure it has been. So it's really good to hear that, and hopefully it continues to be.
Turn 1, Thijs overtakes Demonic on the hard tires.
Good move. Hard tyres though is a bit of a confusing strategy, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would have thought he would have gone mediums, but either way, looking in behind Pippo and VIP GTA Gamer, they're still going at it. There should be an overtake here. Pippo on Jimstrav, you would have thought. Fresh softs on old mediums. Gap 6/10, 5/10. Gonna come down to 4/10 and now 3/10. Surely a move's going to be made here. Jimstrav derating, Pippo around the outside, easy as you like. Jimstrav's, I don't think, going to fight this. And Jimstrav is now going to start to fall like a stone in water, I think is the saying.
Yeah,
as I always get muddled up.
Do 6 laps on the mediums or something, then he can finally go to the new softs.
He's going to be rapid though, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's... Oh, FGJ Gamer overtakes inside.
Good move. Jimstrav though, does he pit now? I think it's too early, but if there's a late safety car that might help him, but he's going to have to be careful. I think Soft's max can go about 11-12 laps if you want to get the most out of them.
No mate, 6 laps they are done.
Okay, yeah. From what I saw, maybe 11 laps max if you're absolutely pushing hell for leather. So Jimstrav is going to have to pit a few laps later. Either way, it is still Yuri who's trying to pull out the gap, and Parrot, I mean, coming into this race, did you think he'd be in the lead?
What?
Or is he Yuri making his debut, Parrot? Do you think, did you expect him to be this fast in F4?
I never saw him driving, but in qualifying you can't expect he can drive around the podium places in the race, because his qualifying pace was good, but maybe... Let's see. Oh, GTA game can drive to the end with his tires. So.
Yuri, it just looks like he's quite smooth on the traction, to be honest. It's not taking any wacky lines like we maybe saw VIP GTA Gamer do.
Oh, I should really overtake Jimstrav on the back straight.
The two Williams are battling quite hard, so this is by no means like Mercedes during Lewis and Bottas's era, where Lewis would just be let pass through. Oh. As Andy's retired, and that could be a safety car. And it is a safety car, and this could very much help Stephen Parrot, because look how many penalties there are ahead of him, and look how many positions he's going to make. Obviously,
I think everyone is going to the new softs, because 2 laps or something, then you go 10 laps, because if everyone do it, it's not a problem.
Yuri has to go mediums. He has to. He has no other option.
Oh yeah.
Pippo is going to pit as well. VIP GTA Gamer. The Williams are going to try and double stack here. This is pretty big.
GTA Gamer is holding up drive lanes. That's not allowed.
It's not by a lot though, so it's going to be looked into by the stewards. If Resolute Rally reports it, his connection's so bad, I don't imagine he's going to be able to upload to YouTube. Demonia's going to stay out. Demonia's going to stay out, and it's going to be a Ferrari who's leading. That's surprising. That is very surprising.
Why people go to the... Yeah, Jimstrav with the softs.
Oh, Yuri! Yuri stayed ahead of... Oh my god, oh my lord! Oh, they all come together in turn 1. Pippo, Demoniac and Tides, they all touch, all part of FRL. There's going to be something said about that, I'm sure, in a Discord between all of them. Surely someone gets a penalty there for a 5-second penalty for contact. Demoniac, I think he has damage. We're going to have to check his front wing. He doesn't, but he got very lucky. Maybe it was tyres, but either way, so close. Pippo, Demonic and tyres into turn 1. Ever so lucky. But Steven, just confirmation, he does pit tyres. Oh, sorry, penalties. Look like this. As you can see,
on the softs, Arise.
Look how many penalties Lewis has. 25 seconds. He's going to get disqualified.
Gets off the field, I think, and then gonna pit. Oh, each one cryptic out in turn 1. Right?
Oh no.
They're not watching in turn 1 if people go out of the pit.
You annoyed a little bit.
And 5 seconds for both, or not? Yeah.
Yeah, you'd imagine so, but just confirmation there. The drivers who don't have penalties, like Stephen, like Jim Strav's on fresh softs, so keep an eye out for him. I'm not sure about his overtaking prowess. Whether it'll be there, but Evil Zook as well. He's reinvigorated his race. He's in P6 without a penalty, so he could be on the podium. And I know he's having holding many tributes to Mads in terms of, I think, his helmet and his logo. But the only problem for Evil Zook is he's got a laggy Resolute Rally behind him, who I can't even keep up with where on earth he is. He's lagging everywhere.
Nice to see 24 viewers to the stream.
Yeah,
happy for everyone for that. Yeah.
I'm just looking at F3 to make sure.
There's a voice fan in the chat.
Bullboy's in P5. He could be on a podium at this rate if he stays in the DRS. Little Brookie has sadly crashed. That's a bit of a shame for him.
Oh.
But either way, he did his
P5
best.
Without penalties.
Yeah, Bullboy could be on for a podium, and in terms of F4, O'Steven could be on for a good result, but he is P15, so he's a bit far back. Either way, it doesn't matter who wins at the end of the day. It does matter that it is all for Maz, which, once again, such a shame to hear him obviously passing away. Did such a good service to FRL over the years, not just all at once like some people and then leaving, but he's stayed around and he's commentated,
like 5 years
driven.
Or something.
I'm not sure about Fire. I think
did Wout be his 5th year? Yeah.
I'm not really too sure, but he's been around quite a while.
FRL was already in 2017, but it was 2018, right?
I think Mads joined in 2018, from what I know. So he's been around 4 years. So it's heartbreaking news for the whole FRL community that even the likes of even the likes of Unseen, who's in the comments, he's known him and raced from him in FRL for quite a while. So it's a really big shame, obviously, that to hear the news. Everyone's devastated, and everyone's also, I'm sure, finding hopefully a soft spot from him in this race. Looking at all the tributes, I'm sure everyone's going to keep him in their heart. And yeah, hopefully the racing stays respectful. Only 18 still stand as a safety car is in this lap. Only 2 DNFs, so it shows the driver standards have been pretty good, and we've completed, I think, 3 more laps. Oh, I've got my F4 stream up a little bit far back, but I think we've completed 3 more. Yeah, 3 more laps than F3. So it's good to see. We might be finishing a little bit earlier than F3, but either way, it is Yuri who has pitted, and he's done a brilliant strategy, Parrot, because he went from all the way onto fresh softs, pulled a gap, and he's managed to pit for fresh mediums all the way to the end with no penalties. Yuri's off, and it looks like he could be off for the win, but the safety car's coming in. He's timed it to perfection, a Mercedes, and the car which Mads drove this season could well be out on top again, as Pippo is in second, Demonic is in third. VIP's made a move on tyres already, as Imposter, his teammate, or Evil Zoot's teammate, has got past Evil Zoot. Jim Strav on fresh softs, he's going to try and dive it down the inside of Evil Zoot. Can he pull it off? It looks like Evil Zoot might be on the inside.
He turns.
Oh no, Jim Strav pulls it off. But either way, Yuri, he's pulling away from Pippo, isn't he, Parrot?
Yeah, well, already got a 9 turns, so he's about to win this race, maybe, and one more likely cars of Mertz.
I don't know a lot about Yuri. I'm not sure about you, but he seems very consistent as a driver.
I not know him.
Yeah, me neither. He's new to FRL altogether.
29 viewers. What am I seeing here?
Yeah, that must be a record. But it's nice to see all the support from Mads, as Pippo. It's no DRS enabled at the moment, so Pippo obviously isn't going to be able to make a move for the lead. He does have a penalty though, but looking in behind, it's absolute chaos in behind. Look at this. There's it's almost 4 wide almost. It's 3 wide into turn 12. Oh, they make contact. Oh no, it's typical F4. Kavinkata gets damaged. Arise is trying to go around the outside of a McLaren. I think a McLaren's been spun around there, possibly. No, Kavinkata is still in. Oh, it's absolute chaos. More wheel banging or bargeboard banging between Energy and Illicit Brownie. But my goodness, what a battle.
Got some damage, I think.
Imposter and Tizer are also battling quite hard as
who's spun? Brownie.
Oh, Steven's doing very well. He's up into P12, so we'll monitor his progress as Jim Strav is watching Imposter, and Imposter's making a move down the inside of Tide. I think DRS isn't enabled yet. So, but still,
they're not good after the safety restart.
Still, a lot of moves being made. Arise makes a very nice move on Evil Zoot. It looked like Evil Zoot was going to keep the position.
Hard tires.
He should have pitted for fresh sauce. I think he would have also with all the penalty. Oh, he does have a penalty. So, if he didn't have a penalty, maybe the strategy would have worked. But either way, VIP, we're keeping an eye on him. The 2 championship contenders, Demoniac, I've just realised, with no penalties, he's pulled off a worldie of a strategy. And with VIP, Duce Gamer just behind him, the 2 championship rivals are going to go side by side into turn 12. Is Demoniac going to fight it hard? They almost touch the Ferrari and the Williams. This is a historic battle, but Demoniac has to back out, and he's a very clever racer, very astute, just like his teammate. If anyone doesn't know him, as I'm sure we've got a lot of new viewers.
Damage.
Oh my goodness, Resolute Rally absolutely sent it. He's lagging everywhere, so I can't keep up with his progress. So I'm gonna move on to the lead. Yuri, not out of DRS Parrot, which is pretty key. As we said, there's 2 DRS zones here, and they're massive ones. So it's critical Yuri pulls out of the DRS, isn't it?
Yeah, you need to win 2 turns in sector. Yeah, the back straight. Sector 1 he needs to win 2 turns. But I think Pippo stay in the 1 second and then stay to the end of the race on your styles.
Yeah.
Because if you have once DRS, you're still on the DRS for always long, I think.
Yeah, good point there. As a Demonic has penalty, so that's going to really hurt his chances. But if you've seen in the comments, a nice message there from Morn, who I think is maybe the league owner of another Dutch league, or Danish league, sorry.
Danish, you say.
Yeah, and
Thank
I think
you for hosting this event in mass memory. We were still hearing the Sterling news today. We have had unheard of having match in our Danish league for many seasons now.
Yeah, obviously FRL not the only league to have mad, so it's nice to see the whole, once again, the whole league racing community come together. Pippo is going to make the move, or is he? Yuri, he's got no penalties, so he might want to stick with him. But yeah, once again, very nice message there. Nice to see all the leagues coming together to obviously support the title of the videos being for Mads. As it is truly racing for Mads, as such shocking news for the whole racing community, as Mads obviously didn't race just in FRL, but in many leagues, and many people know him. Either way, I'm sure he's going to be proud of this race. It's absolute chaos, but good kind of chaos, just like we are used to in F4. Yuri on the back of Pippo. Parrot, are you happy with your predictions? Do you think Yuri's going to win, or do you think Pippo might pull out a 3-second gap?
I think Yuri's going to win, because if you stay in the DRS, you can't get out most of the times.
Yeah, I'm just going to go a little bit further down, because we do focus on a battle for the lead a lot, but the DRS is coming up soon. Humanoid, I think... Oh, that's a safety car, that's last corner. And now, Parrot, Steven, once again, he's in a good position, isn't he, with all those penalties?
Yeah, but...
Oh my goodness.
And Yuri too, so... And even your ID haven't got a penalty.
If you saw there, I just caught a little bit of it. Humanoid sideways out of the last corner. It hasn't been the best race from him. He's crashed a lot and he has been by himself. So it's obviously sad news for Humanoid, and just seeing more comments come through. It's very nice once again, but it is a safety car, Parrot, and that can mean if you haven't got a penalty like Yuri, you're in a good position. But Parrot, if you were Pippo, would you pit for softs? Fresh softs?
I think, yeah, but if no one is pitting and you're the only one, it's stupid. But he can't watch two other drivers now, so I think if he go pit, drivers follow him.
Would you if you were Yuri? Oh, it's a tough one. Is Pippo gonna pit? He isn't. Is anyone gonna pull? Oh, is that Resolute Rally or VIP? VIP, he's gonna send it. Is it gonna be the best decision? We'll have to see. He is the championship leader. Just remember this. And now, look at that. As you said, Parrot, Resolute rallies into the pits. Imposter, Arise, Ties. Ties definitely needs to get into the pits. Evil Zook as well is in the pits. Oh, Steven's in the pits. And Evil Zook is going to continue, and Evil Zook's going to move up to P6. But he's on very old medium tyres, so... Oh my goodness, look how many soft runners are behind Evil Zook. He's going to get absolutely gobbled up here. As you can see, the amount of penalties isn't going to do any of the drivers any good. It means Steven's going to get firmly into the points.
The drivers on the mediums are going to drop back in his field. Even so, 12 laps mediums, so that you're not want to race to people on fresh shots.
Yeah.
The second in the championship is Nick asking. That's a demoniac, I think.
I will read out the standings just very quickly. I'm just trying to see what Lewis said. Lewis said lap cars to overtake the safety car.
Try to overtake.
I mean, he can try what he wants. He has a soft spot for Lewis Hamilton. If
but you not
anyone
need to
didn't know.
collide someone, then you can try.
Yeah, try not to touch. But there are two Alpines on. Well, one of them's in 5th, and the other one's not in 6th. They're in 17th, because they've been lapped, sadly. But Alyssa Brownie, we're waiting to catch up. To read out the standings very briefly, it's VIP out on top on 241 points. So that shows consistency is key. Demoniac is on 224 points. Arise is on 183. So Arise is kind of by himself in the championship, as Jimstrav is a little bit too far behind to catch Arise. He's on 167. Pippo's in 5th with 136. And I'll quickly just if anyone who's wondering with Steven, he's on 123 in 6th. So that's the top 6. In terms of constructors, I'll read out the top 3. It's Williams out on top with a 388. Ferrari in 2nd with 347. Ferrari are actually F4 if you count GHR. I think they're the constructors' title holders, but that's probably going to come undone with Williams being so fast at the moment. And Red Bull just confirmed they are 3rd with 226, and Alfa Romeo 191 in 4th. So there's the standards. As Lewis says, someone hit me as well, or something along those lines.
I think Save's got in this lap.
Has to be. As looking at F3, Parrot, it's all kicking off from what I can see. Bullboy is 7th, but there's only 11 drivers racing, and it's nice to see Scar as well, who obviously messaged Mad's mum. He's in P11 still going, so that's great to see.
Did he?
I think he did. Well, that's how well he started going.
It was Asian guy in this our chat, I think, but yeah. Someone from NSX.
Yeah, obviously, Mads, if anyone's confused with who NSX are, was part of the NSX esports team, who I think Scar was informed first, but the sad news, obviously everyone probably grievous still, even though it was released this morning, so very raw for a lot of the people who knew Mads very well. So this race hopefully just kind of eases the pain, and I'm sure Mads loved commentating over a chaotic F4 race, especially over his mate with Steven, and I'm sure he's gonna or he would have liked to race tomorrow, but either way everyone's going to be racing in his honour and are racing in his honour, so either way whoever wins, I'm sure he'll be proud. But Parrot, going over to you, what's your top 3?
P1 Yuri, P2 Jimstrav, P3 Steven.
It'd be great to see Stephen on that podium, but he's going to have to make up a lot of positions and have a bit of luck, because I think at the moment he's going to be around P8, which isn't bad for Stephen. I think he'd be hoping for a little bit more, as consistency is key, and that's what a lot of the drivers in this tier have, and some very much don't have. So there is a bit of a consistency gap. I know Stephen's one of the most consistent drivers, but Pippo, we're going to wait for him to go out.
Oh my god, what's at the back of the field? So
oh, Pippo's gone. Just seen Pippo, second to last corner, he's gone, and he's timed it well. Safety car already in. 4/10 is the gap to Yuri. And Yuri's had a good restart as well, though. He's had a very good restart, and he's already onto the back of Pippo. I don't think Pippo's very fast. I think Yuri's got very good traction. VIP looks like... Oh, there's lag, a few laggy people. Lewis is getting out of the way of everyone. Resolute Rally's trying to go down the inside. He's very laggy, of course. Evil Zook is losing a bunch of positions. Are going to go 3 wide. Oh no, Evil Zook nearly gets collected. Stephen, P11 for Stephen. Stephen's doing a very good job. Tides, I think, got involved in an incident a little bit there as well. But it is Yuri in second, Parrot, and maybe he's going to make the move into turn 12.
I think he can, because his traction is really good, always long, so...
Can he get good traction here, though? The gap's 4/10, 3/10.
Oh, it was not better than Pippo, I think.
He got a bit of wheel spin, I think, and that means someone like Jimstrav is going to have a better chance of making an overtake. Demoniac, you can tell he's very slow on those older mediums. Jimstrav, he's not going to make the move. Very clever. And look, they're almost 3 wide. They are 3 wide. And they all come to get 4 wide. And one of them's off the track. And how is Energy going to do this? Can he make the move? It's all a little bit argy-bargy, but we love that out of Phil. And overall, 3 wide again. This is brilliant. VIP, can he make the move? Can he get P5? Energy on the inside. I think Energy's going to keep this one. It's absolutely chaotic. VIP's had an incident. I think it's hard to keep up with Resolute Rally, who's lagging all over the place, but he, I think, might have a bit of damage. 3 wide again. I'm losing my voice. VIP's got... I'm not sure, he might even be retiring.
Fifth game with the championship leader in the pit lane. And now Demonic can make a good result for the championship.
Stephen, by the way, P10. He's going to be all the way up into P5 if it stays this way with all this chaos. So keep it up, Stephen, but it's going to be a tough job for him. As Yuri, 1/10, just 1/10 off Pippo. So close. He's surely going to be able to make up the move, Parrot.
Yeah, I don't know if Pippo get again better traction than not, but he's not so close. He is maybe gonna try here.
No, he's gonna wait. I don't think DRS is enabled just yet, unless I'm mistaken. No. Yuri's gonna use all the overtake though. Is it gonna be inside or outside? I think it's gonna be the inside, which looks the better option. I'm a bit confused why Pippo's not covering off the inside a bit more. Yuri's not gonna make the move. That's very confusing.
DRS boat.
Maybe he's waiting for the DRS.
Demoniac. James are overtaking Demoniac. So.
Demoniac though still is going to be, I think, P4, depending how many penalties Pippo has. They have the same amount. But at the moment, Demoniac is still driving very well. He's going to get 12 more points than VIP. So he's going to close the gap down in the championship to, give me a second. He's going to close it down to 5 points. So the Ferrari's making a real championship fight out of this. He's clawed his way back after a few bad results, like in Spain, I think, where he DNF'd. But
DRS enabled now.
It's actually going to kick off here, hopefully, with DRS. It's going to see loads of overtakes. Resolute Rally, once again, lagging all over the shop. Energy as well. He's going to be a little bit frightened on those mediums. He's going to almost lose DRS to Imposter. And Imposter's almost lost DRS to Demonia, but I'm sure he's going to get back in it.
There was definitely a warning for Jimstrav. He needs to watch out for that, because it's also 9 laps old.
Loads of penalties. Wow, look how all the penalties come flooding through. Crazy amounts.
Well,
yeah.
How are you?
Still going. Evil Zoo's got a penalty. Yuri, he's surely going to make the move for the lead. And this is in a Mercedes, the car Mads was driving this season. So this is going to be very special, I think, if we see an F4 winner in a Mercedes. Yuri is going to be outside against Pippo. He's going to take the lead into turn 12. Pippo is going to try and fight this, I think. He's going to go down the inside. Is Yuri going to absolutely send it around the outside? What a move from Yuri. And now 3 laps away. 3 laps away from Mercedes glory. That's all he has to do.
Or Haas for match.
Oh, and Haas as well. Obviously, he's going to get P2, so it's going to be. Jimstrav is very close onto the back of Pippo. If Jimstrav gets P2, you could argue it's the two favourite cars. Mads like he goes down the inside. Pippo has damage, I think you were saying.
2 seconds.
Does Pippo have damage?
And Jorby without penalties. This can be an epic battle.
Oh, Steven could be on for a podium.
The 2 favorite cars of Mads are now driving 1 and 2.
Yeah, I know Steven also could be on for a podium here. I don't think he's close enough to Pippo, but if everyone closes up, he could be on a podium. So it could be a very, very special podium here with Mads watching on. Mercedes, the car Mads was driving, and Haas, the car Mads was driving, I think from the start of FRL until this season, where obviously he drove in a Mercedes. Imposter's in 3rd. Imposter's going to try and spoil the party. As Yuri's got a penalty, have we seen that?
Oh yeah, now Tuesday maybe got to win. Oh, what a battle.
I mean, I think Mads maybe would have preferred the Haas on a podium.
It's are the 2 greatest teams of Mads, so...
Obviously, if you're wondering why he likes Haas, I think it was because of Kevin Magnussen, the Danish driver, who's driven Haas pretty much his whole career. So Mads is a big fan of Haas. Obviously drives Mercedes, so it's about as perfect as you could have wanted it. Maybe Steven on a podium, and he's not a million miles off. Look how many penalties there are. Everyone apart from Jimstrav and Steven.
21 seconds arrives.
And coming into the last lap, Yuri, he's got a bit of pressure. I'm sure he's not really aware of the whole Mads thing. Jimstrav is trying to defend. It's critical if you want a Mads to have a Haas, if you like, and Mercedes 1 too. That Imposter doesn't get past Jimstrav, otherwise Imposter might overtake Yuri. And if obviously that happens, a 1-2 won't be possible. 27 viewers, on to the last lap we go. Yuri's leading, Haas in P2, just the way Mads would have wanted it. But Imposter's going to try and ruin it, he's going to send it up the inside. He has a penalty though. And Jimstrav, what a move! Can he get this switch back? They're going to go side by side into turn 2. Jimstrav's going to collect the DRS, but Yuri, can he stay ahead of Imposter? They've both got 1 penalty, I'll just have to check this. Oh no, Imposter has 2 penalties. So, as it stands, it is still... I think it's going to be Jimstrav in first, Yuri in second.
You can do it.
Jimstrav just has to hold on. He's going to get DRS here. The DRS detection point is about here. So maybe Jimstrav might be able to make a move. Using 3rd gear, he's going to get some steady traction off the corner. Pippo, he's going to try and attack Jimstrav. Jimstrav has DRS though. Into the last lap. We race for Mads is the motto, and into the last sector. This is going to be special for Yuri. He's going to get the overtake on his debut. Oh, as Jimstrav, he's going to struggle now to get P1, but as long as he gets P2, which I'm sure he will do. So this is actually going to go right down to the wire. We'll use leader, and it is 2.5 seconds the gap from Jimstrav to Yuri. 2.6 seconds. This is going to be like a photo finish like we saw with Spain. It's going to go to the 1000th, you could say. 2.6. I don't think it's going to come down much. Or 2.8. It's 2.9. This is going to be close. Yuri wins in a Mercedes just for Mads. We race for Mads is the motto. Jimstrav, can he win? He does win. 32 thousandths. What a race. Oh, you cannot write this stuff.
Favorite cars for him.
Oh, it is so special. And full we race for Mads. Jimstrav in the Haas. The team, probably Mads couldn't want more to win. Wins in USA.
This car some power or something.
Sorry?
No. Let's get Haas and Mercedes some extra power.
Yeah. Yuri definitely and Jimstrav had that extra power. And 32,000, just the way probably Mads would have wanted it. Absolutely
and now Haas
brilliant.
P1. Now it's a bit happy everyone.
Yeah, and as I think on scene says, Kevin Magnussen was his favourite driver. Shout out to Imposter as well. He tried to spoil the party, but luckily he
Shout out
had an
to
extra
Jim and
penalty.
Yuri.
I know Steven P6, very good race. I think he qualified P6, but I'm sure he's going to have some fine words for Mads. So I hope a few people stick around for the interviews, as there's going to be hopefully some nice words said. And obviously,
No,
we are
and
going to
the
have some
first time
driver
I'm joining
reactions.
interviews for as commentator.
I'll let you interview Steven if you wish, but
Yeah.
what a race! What a race! Unseen, happy for hard. It's driver of the day as well. You can't write this stuff. I don't think he got fastest lap. If he did, it would have been. It's going to be incredible. But the Haas and the Mercedes lift the trophy. Yeah, I think it's an all Danish podium. I'm gonna have to check, but
Oh no,
Jim's job had
Jim's
to ruin
ruined the party.
it. We have 200 comments, and they're all filled with love for Mads. This is more like an occasion for Mads than a race. Very proud of all the drivers and everyone in the comments and everyone involved in holding F4 and F3. It's been very, very nice to see, very heartwarming. And it is Jim's trav. He doesn't pick up fastest lap, but look at all those Danish flags. It's very lovely.
Yeah, it looks cool.
32,000. What a race. 50 minutes it took, almost to the second. That's incredible.
God.
And Jim Strav wins it from 17th. I think you called it, you know. You might have called it, yeah.
I did. Sweet.
As Kostya says, good commentating.
I called it for
Thank
match.
you.
I called it for match.
Yeah, and especially in a Haas, it makes it all the sweeter. It is Jim Strav in a Haas, the way Mans would have wanted it.
Lost to P4.
Well. Last of P4, not a bad race at all. Yuri in second, in the Mercedes, the car Mads drove this season. Imposter in third, Demoniac in fourth, Pippo. Oh, Stevens going to be very happy with that. Driving very well for Mads, couldn't have done much better. He's in P6. Your Idea is in P7 on his debut. Energy in P8. Ties in P9. Cryptic VIP, the championship leader, loses a bunch of points, meaning the gap is now 5 points between VIP and Demoniac. Arise, Resolute Rally.
Charlie is winning now in F3. It's in last corners now.
We'll quickly check that, as I think
he got penalties. Maybe TVF Football is gonna win.
It's going to be very close, but we'll quickly say Evil Zook, Illicit Brownie, Kvin Caser, Lewis, Humanoid and Andy. Only, I think, 3 DNFs, so that's very impressive. Hopefully we load out of this screen so we can get the Haas car up. But it looks like Charlie is going to be so close once again.
Lose it because penalties.
TVA Football wins, if you're wondering, for F3.
Haas is Ferrari engine, Alfa Romeo is Ferrari engine, and TVA Football won in Alfa Romeo.
Yeah. I'm not sure whether we're going to load in
this weekend or not.
It very much is. I'm not sure where we're going to be loading out, so we'll just maybe rock with this. I'm very pleased. I know you are, Parrot, as well, because I know you weren't obviously pretty gutted by the news, as we all were, obviously in FRL. But it's very touching to see a Haas out on top, especially in this style with the driver of the day. And the whole event altogether, as we're thankfully going to be able to go to the showroom and show the Haas car. But I'm hoping we've done, obviously, Mads' family, because I think his mum was watching Proud.
I hope she watched still.
And I think she was, but from what Unseen said. And very big thanks, obviously, to NSX for not only kind of supporting the whole event, but also getting involved with Mads' mum, because it's very nice to use FRL as a platform to celebrate Mads' achievements and also sadly grieve him at the same time, if that makes any sense. But either way, I will get the Haas on a customized screen and then we will load in, and we're going to have some very long interviews, Parrot, aren't we?
Oh no. Why? Oh my god, 6 people already. If
you want, Parrot, I can interview everyone, and you can interview O. Steven, given I guess O. Steven will have some words for Mads, but
Yeah,
I'll
I
quickly
also
go
Steven.
to the showroom.
Steven is my chief friend too. Everyone's my chief friend. Mads too.
Yeah, I'm sure he was Farrett, but we will go into the interviews. And we are here again in a little bit of a chaotic F4 chat, but I think the winner Jimstrav is never here. Yuri, I can't see in the party. Imposter is the first driver. So, Imposter, on an occasion where obviously it's a little bit sad, but at the same time we celebrate Mads, but you drove a brilliant race. I think you got P3 if I'm not mistaken, but summarise your whole weekend altogether with the qualifying and the race. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, definitely did, and obviously you drove a fabulous race to rescue a podium. You did look like you have the pace. Do you think you could have got the win if everything went your way? Mhm. Yeah, and obviously it's a little bit disappointing for you, but in terms of the next race, I'm gonna have to check this. Maybe Parrot might confirm. I think it's Mexico. Um,
Huh? Yeah.
yeah. So do you think you'll be able to maybe get another podium in a row? Because obviously this is your first podium. You only had 11 points, but you're fairly new to F4. So what's your aim from Mexico? Mhm. Well, obviously, best of luck for Mexico in a week's time, and well done on the podium. And next, gonna have to check. Looking at the race results, I think we don't have Demoniac, and we do not, as usual, have Pippo. So I think I'll let you, Parrot, take over as we have Stephen being interviewed. So Parrot, take away.
Oi, Steven.
Alright.
Tell something about your race. You started qualify. Yeah, you finished qualifying in P6 and you finished P6. Tell about something about your race.
Yeah, I wasn't in the right frame of mind to race tonight whatsoever after today's sad news, but in time trial I've done no practice over the period, so today I did some time trial times and I was 1.5 seconds off Evil Zook, so I was thinking, oh my god, I am going to have a rubbish race, but then come the qualifying, I qualified in by, I don't know, 20 thousandths or something. So I was really surprised, to be honest, because I knew I'd probably go backwards in the race anyway, but which probably materialised. And the only way I was going to get some decent points was, as it turned out, a late-ish safety car and people having penalties. But I'm happy with the result, and I'd just like to say to my dear friend Mads, who passed away in December, I'm absolutely devastated, and that's all I want to say. I'm just gobsmacked by the news, but
Yeah, me too. What are you expressing from Mexico? Or did you want to say something?
Mexico, I like the track, but I never had good results at it, and like this week, I'm hoping for a late safety car and lots of penalties by everyone else, so yeah, that's about it.
No penalty is key, so
Yeah.
Mexico people gonna take a lot of penalties, I think, so...
Yeah, judging by today, probably. And one last thing, people need to fix their internet, because some of the internet was absolute rubbish today. Trying to drive behind people, and yeah, you don't know where you are, and you don't want to crash out, but yeah, it'll cost me some time, but yeah, happy with the result today, and yeah, rest in peace, Mads. We'll race again one day.
Yeah, thanks for racing today. So,
thanks for commentating.
No problem.
Very nice words there from you, Stephen, and yeah, we'll move on to the next driver, as I believe that is, as I'll check once again the race results. Demoniac is here, so I will interview Demoniac. Hello, Demoniac.
Hello.
Bear with me for a second, so I've got a few questions. So, Demoniac, comment ça va?
Ça va bien et toi? Comment allez-vous?
Bien, bien.
Bien.
Comment se passe votre qualification?
Qualification, j'ai pas fait le ban qualif, donc remonter, j'ai fait ce que j'ai pu pour remonter. P4, ça va.
Est-ce que par la français?
Cool.
Es-tu content d'avoir battu VIP GT Gamer?
Content, ouais, yes. Mais j'aurais bien voulu qu'il soit près de moi. P5, VIP, j'aurais été content aussi.
How the fuck are you speaking French, Bungie?
Curious that. So, Demoniac, escart de championship à 5 points.
J'ai pas bien compris ce que tu m'as dit.
And comment vas-tu au Mexique? For Mexico.
Mexique comme États-Unis. Là, pas no fast. I am no fast. Mexique, faire maximum résultat maximum. Voilà.
Okay. Well, well done, or good race for today, and we'll see you in Mexico. So bye bye, or yeah.
Salut.
Salut indeed. As we will move on from my awful French to the next driver, who is not Demoniac. It is, I think. Was it VIP? No, it is Evil Zook who finished. Or it is VIP GT Gamer, sorry, who's P11, I believe. Or is it Resolute Rally? I've made a mess of this. Okay, so it is VIP GT Gamer next. So, VIP GT Gamer, not the way you would have obviously wanted to finish your race on such a big occasion with, I guess, the spotlight, if you like, on you. Something didn't really work the whole weekend. It looked like maybe with the early penalty, you didn't look in your element like you usually do. So, how would you assess your race in qualifying?
Well, my qualifying, I was really sweating, and I didn't expect to take pole because Imposter did a good lap, and I already didn't make it almost because with my last run I was on just 5 seconds on the timer or something, and then I got over the line, so I had just enough time to do a lap. But yeah, I did a brilliant lap, I think. So I took pole. Didn't have the start I wanted because I'm driving without traction control, so just learning a bit how to do a good start. But yeah, it was not a good start. Imposter did a good start, and later, like 10 laps into the race, we crashed. I wanted to go around the outside of him at turn 1, but he braked late, so I bumped into him and I spun. And later on in the race, he did a Singapore 2.0 because he did a stupid dive bomb, and I got damaged because of that. And I'm angry at him a bit, so yeah, it was just shit.
Yeah, obviously not the way you would have wanted you to end your race, and championship gap does come down. But would you say, in terms of the races going forward, you're looking at that championship gap, or are you just focusing on your race pace and quali pace alone?
Well, Mexico, I like the circuit, but I don't have good pace most of the time on the circuit, so well, I'm looking forward to the race, but yeah, just a bit angry at the imposter for ruining my race again. But I will come over it.
Yeah, and obviously for Mexico, as you said, you've got good pace, so best of luck to once again get back on that podium, and I'm sure everyone's gonna want for you to keep that championship fight alive, as you are still 5 points ahead. So best of luck next week.
Thank you.
And once again, I think I'll have to check the party. I think Yuri's joined. So Para, by any chance, do you want to interview Yuri? Okay, so Para, if you can interview Yuri, if Yuri's there. Okay, Para, you take it away.
So yeah, you qualified before you finished P2 and you lose the win about 20 32 thousandths of a second because the 3-second time penalty. Maybe you can say something about your race. Thanks. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I think you can take some more podiums if you stay in F4 because people gonna query about sometimes about reserves who fast in F4 and they say it's F3 pace, but what are your expectations for Mexico? Do you think you can get a podium if you can race? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thanks for racing today. No problem, and thank you. So, yeah. Bye. Back to Barney.
Yeah, once again, nice words about Mads there from Yuri, the man who finished P2, as I think it is, after check in the party, I think it's Resolute Rally, unless I'm mistaken. Is Resolute Rally there? Well, your connection wasn't the best, and we did see you lagging quite a bit, but overall, yeah. Yeah, because we know in previous races it actually fixed itself, your connection, but it didn't seem very good today. But either way, you had a bit of a mixed race. You actually, yeah. Yeah, sorry? Yeah, yeah. We'll sort it out after, but either way, I'm sure I'll take that. But in terms of your race, obviously, you were mid-pack for most of the race. Usually, you're fighting through the grid. You look like you kind of struggled to keep it consistent as you were bobbing up and down the order a bit. Do you think your qualifying and your race you fully maximised, or do you think you could have done any better? And obviously, you finished slightly maybe lower than your standards, obviously in P13. Do you think what was the potential? Do you think you could have maybe got a top 5 or into the middle of the points, maybe like P8? And yeah, obviously, you had the potential definitely to get it, but sadly not close enough. But in terms of Mexico, do you think you will be able to maybe achieve a top 5 or a podium, or is that one of your worst tracks? Well, obviously, best of luck in Mexico, as I'm sure you'll back out. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm sure you'll bounce back from the performance, and obviously, condolences on P13. I'm sure you'll next week get all the points you missed out back today. So, best of luck next week, and see you next week. Bye. As I think it is, if I'm not mistaken, Evil Zoo, because I will just check the party once more. Oh, as there's Lewis as well, but
Kicked out of the FRL.
we won't go over that, but it is
What's
Evil
going on?
Zook next. Something about Resolute Rally, but either way, it is Evil Zook next in the party. So Evil Zook, obviously a sad occasion, and it looked like in qualifying you had the potential, as I'm sure. Obviously you practiced quite a bit. Result very disappointing, I'm sure, but I mean, where would you say did it went wrong really for yourself?
Right from the get-go, I just didn't have the pace. I know I practiced a lot, but it turns out it just went for nothing because I was second off the pace in quali, which down in P7, which I'm really upset about. And then, obviously, I was running well. I wanted to try and go to the end, so the last safety car when everyone came in for softs, I thought I might as well just stick out in the medium, see what I can do, maybe defend off some people and get a good finish, but especially with no penalty up to that point.
Yeah.
But then on the restart, because Resolute's lag, I got dive bombed by him, so I had to take a wider line, and then I got sandwiched by, I believe it was Ties, and a Rise. A Rise clipped my front wheel and spun me out, so I lost about 6 positions because of it, and I was back to the back of the grid. Then I thought I could get some good points because of penalties. But lap 27 out the S's, Quiven Chaser came back onto the track. I was trying to get around him because I don't know why, I wasn't really ghosting him. And I tried to get around him. I didn't realise he had wing damage. And I ended up damaging my front wing, so any chance of points was just gone at that point. And it's really disappointing because
That's that's the first finish that I've had outside the top 10 in FRL this season. So it was a good streak, but thankfully Aposta got some good points for the team.
Yeah. Just someone saying in the comments, maybe. Have you got your voice on share? Just out of wonder.
Oh my gosh, if I haven't, I'm just giving up.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Nah, that's fine. I think a few people might have not had their voice on share, so you might have not heard a few of them.
I've got mine on.
Okay, nice. But as you said, obviously your point scoring streak comes to an end. But in terms of looking Mexico and onwards, obviously into this season, you're still in a very good position in Championship. And before the season, I'm not sure whether you would have thought you'd be this high. But you're doing quite well in Championship, and it's still alive for you. Do you think you can in Mexico bounce back after this slightly poorer result and maybe get a podium, as your record after not scoring points is quite good?
No, I don't think I'm going to get the podium. It's a tough track. I've already raced there before and I crashed out, spinning out. That sector 2 is going to be a very tough sector for a lot of people. But it's going to be a very tough race indeed for a lot of people. Panthers being very tough. And also tyre wear being a factor. I feel like this is going to be one of only like a few tracks where you have to go to the hards.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes indeed. RSC, best of luck in Mexico to bounce back from not scoring points. And
yeah, I just want to say as well about all the stuff that's happened today. I want to say rest in peace to Mads. That took everyone by shock, and my condolences are with his family, and I will pray for him every day. Hope and just know Mads is watching over you, looking after you every day.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I echo that message as well, as I'm sure that's very nice news to see Mads' family as well. But overall, Zook, try and enjoy your evening as best as you can, and
not doing that much practice again.
Yeah, we'll see you to do it all again next week at 7 o'clock. Grazie. As I think it's Lewis who is last. So is Parrot, you still in the party? If you want, you can interview Lewis. Parrot, you take it away. You interview Mr. Lewis. Is Lewis there, Alfonso? Okay, Lewis and Parrot, you can have your own interview.
For fuck's sake. Wait. I need to see where Lewis qualified.
He qualified, it's not bad. 13th, I believe, I think it was.
Okay, you qualified P13, and where did you finish? You was led, and you was not unlapping yourself or something. So tell something about your race. Yeah. Seb, you crashed him out on the straight. Yeah, we will see the steward reports on Sunday, so. Yeah. So, yeah, what are your expectations for Mexico next week? I think you hope you will finish in the points again, so. Oh.
It is Lewis, but either way, Parrot,
Do
thanks
you
for the
can
interview.
snatch the fastest lap away of the other drivers if you're not in the points?
Good question. Well, anyway, Lewis, well done. I guess well done for tonight. Either way, nice qualifying, but we'll see you next week for Mexico, a track where hopefully you enjoy it. So, doy, I think.
Doei.
Indeed. As just wrapping it up, obviously, as you can see with the horse on screen, we will remember Mads in FRL not just for this race, but forevermore. Very sad news. Obviously, hopefully his family are staying strong during these times, and hopefully they found some level of support from these streams and all the love, obviously, to Mads, not just here but on Twitter and in a Discord. So we will say bye, a very sad bye. Obviously, not.
No, say doei.
We'll say doy at least.
Because Matt said that every time to me.
And yeah, obviously we race for Mads, and that will continue tomorrow for F2 and F1. So if you want to catch that, feel welcome too. And we will say